Need to do or talk about how and why I became an entrepreneur would definitely take a video, and I'm not that great with words, but there was a lot of stuff that led up to it. Initially, when I was in the military, before I got out of the military, a guy asked me what did I plan on doing when I got out. I was like, I don't know, probably get a job like everybody else. And that right there shows me, now looking back, that hey, I was programmed to have an employee mentality like most people. So fast forward, when I do step out into the job world, I was attempting to be an entrepreneur, but I didn't know so much stuff. There was so much stuff I didn't know. I mean, people don't like the word ignorant, but man, I was ignorance on fire, man. I didn't have a clue. However, I was learning. I was like a sponge, and I'm still like a sponge to this very day, at soaking up all the right knowledge about, you know, making money, earning residual incomes and things like that I possibly can learn about. And so I'm all out there into the job world, and in no particular order. One of the places I worked for, I got fired on my day off. At that place that I worked, I was on probation. I was still on the 90-day probation, and I did not miss a day. I was always on time. I got promoted twice while I was on probation. Yes, I got promoted twice while I was on my 90-day probation at this place in the way in the sticks of the upstate in South Carolina. Now, not only did I get promoted, but I got a couple of awards while I was there during that 90 days. I mean, I was driving about 45 minutes to work, so to me that put even more fire underneath me to advance on the job, to be the best I could be. But I didn't really know how to drive a forklift, and I was pushed into driving a forklift for a couple aspects of the job. And instead of them having someone else do it, they just threw me out there. Hey, drive the dang forklift. Now, anybody who's ever drove a forklift know that driving a forklift is pretty simple, but you know, you do need to be properly trained. You need to be properly trained to drive a vehicle. There's just small stuff that you know, you need to know that can be detrimental. But anyway, turning around one day, I accidentally knocked over a guy's toolbox. Well, even though I got those awards, never missed a day at work, I was fired on my day off. I knocked over the wrong guy's toolbox. It was an accident, but oh well. South Carolina is a fire at will state. Now, I worked at another place 2 years and 2 months. Third shift, graveyard shift. I advanced. I passed by people, income hourly wise, that had been there for 10 years or over 10 years, and didn't get fired from that place, but they went out of business or sold out. I don't know. You know, you never really know what happens to these businesses nowadays. You can only go by what they tell you. So 2 years and 2 months on a graveyard shift, never missing a day. Went to school for these people as well. Took their little advanced you know, cross-training course and stuff like that. So that kind of also pushed me to being an entrepreneur, because these jobs ain't loyal, point blank. You know, these people are in business for themselves. So it makes sense for me to be in business for myself and my family. And I could go on and on about why I became an entrepreneur. You know, the freedom to be able to, you know, take a day off without, you know, being subservient to another man, and you know, the freedom to be able to control my own time, the freedom and choices to be able to control my own destiny. You know, the freedom to be able to give myself a raise and not have to worry about asking anyone for a raise. The beauty of not having to write a resume and keep a resume updated. Oh, that has to suck. I've never used one, except one time. I did take a very generic one to a job place, one of those staffing places, and being a veteran, and that gave me being a veteran gave me some benefits. They didn't really look at my resume, just being brutally honest. I connected with the people. I had a technical background, and I was going to work at a technical place. So once I got in, my resume really never came into play. So to this day, I've never used a resume. But anyway, you know, not having to ask somebody for a raise, not having to fill out a resume, that's big stuff to me. I was once told by a millionaire mentor that a resume is nothing more than a piece of paper that you're taking up to another man saying, hey, how much am I worth? How much am I worth? Well, you know, the thing is, nobody's ever going to pay you what you're worth if you're an employee. They're not. If you're self-employed, that's the only way you're going to get paid what you're worth. If you can go out and control the situation and boost your own income at will, that's how you're going to get paid what you're worth. Not having to go to another man and say, look, I feel like I've worked hard. I've been here. I made it to work on time. That's not going to happen. He's going to look at you, and he might say something to try to appease you or appease his own conscience. But, you know, if you're topped out on what that job pays, guess what? You're topped out on what that job pays. It is what it is. You know, you get paid by the value you bring to the marketplace. It's kind of like working at Walmart or being a cashier at a dollar store or something. They're not going to pay you $15 an hour. You know, it's just not going to happen. Now, I know in some states, or I mean some countries, it's said that some of their, you know, like grocery store employees get paid $15 an hour. But, you know, you gotta face the facts on where you're born and raised at. If the status quo is, you know, pay people a minimum that's an employee, then you just have to accept it. And I'm not one of those people who believe accept your lot in life. You know, don't get that wrong. I believe your lot in life is what you accept. I believe your lot in life is what you accept. I don't believe that you should accept your lot in life. But if I hire you to wash cars at my car wash, and I know how much money it costs to run my car wash, and I know that I want to live a certain lifestyle, then if I'm paying you $10 an hour, but maybe my business is profitable enough to pay you $12 an hour, but that shouldn't, you know, that shouldn't be a must for me to pay you $12 an hour just because I can. You're getting paid $10 an hour. You're getting paid. You know, that's the value you bring to my marketplace. And I've got other bills to cover. I've got, you know, insurance to cover. So I need to make sure that I can cover that. And I need to be profitable. There's nothing wrong with being profitable. And there's nothing wrong with being highly profitable. You know? So being an entrepreneur has a lot of benefits. And I'm excited about being an entrepreneur. And I encourage you to be an entrepreneur. And being an entrepreneur is something that some people say takes a risk. But in reality, it is actually more risky to have a job. I'm going to give you an example. Some people may have not heard of the grocery store chain Winn-Dixie. But people went to work for Winn-Dixie, And there was some people that actually worked there, you know, fresh out of school, fresh out of college, and they made it a big career. 43 years with them, 45 years with them. Well, guess what happened? When Winn-Dixie cut, people lost their life savings. They can't even afford to take a $99 vacation. They lost their life savings. So how risky was that to work for a company 40-something years versus becoming an entrepreneur? How risky was that? They lost everything. I met people that make me want to cry when their wife tells me, we can't come to Myrtle Beach. Can't afford a $149 vacation. $99 would just max my credit card out. My husband lost it all. That's reality. AA Airlines laying off, cutting pensions. GM, largest vehicle manufacturer, cut pensions big time. You know, people lost thousands and thousands of dollars, lost benefits. All these companies that people work for 20, 30, 40, 50 years of their life. Be an entrepreneur. I encourage you to be an entrepreneur. I'm not saying walk away from your job today to become an entrepreneur. Do something on the side. Do something on the side. You know, what if you start becoming an entrepreneur and it allows you to, you know, walk away from your current career path. Guarantee yourself a residual income. Residual income is what I feel you should be striving for. You know, you go to school and, you know, look at this. You go to school and people teach you in school to get a good job, you know, get a good education, find a job with benefits. But you have a 40-hour work week, 50-hour work week, whatever, and people don't think that they're getting paid a linear income. What's a linear income? Something you ain't never thought about, huh? Linear income. That's another reason not to be an employee. Because when you work, you get paid. And you work and you get paid. But if you don't work, you don't get paid. That's a linear income. Work stops, income stops. However, residual income means you work and you work. You might get paid a little bit. You work and you work. Get paid a little bit. You work and you work. You get paid a little bit more. Income may go up a little bit. You work and you work and you work and you work. And you get paid. And you work and you work and you work. And you pay out some expenses. And you pay out some money for education. And trainings. And self-development. And you work and you work and you work and you get paid a little bit. And you continue to work and work and work. And the next thing you know, you get paid, 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 whether you work or not. That's the beauty of residual income. It's 8:51 a.m. on a beautiful Thursday morning. No, it's Wednesday morning. See? Hey, if you're an entrepreneur, you might not even know what day it is. Yeah, yesterday was Tuesday. It's Wednesday morning. 8:52 is a beautiful day. And where the heck are most of you? Probably in a stupid meeting for to make somebody else millions. You know? And I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you. Because I've been there. I've been there. You know? Boss tells you to be here at a certain time, wear a certain thing, and you're on it. You're on it. Guys, I can't tell you what it means to be an entrepreneur. But I encourage you to find something that you can be an entrepreneur at. Find something that you can be self-employed at. Find something that can create a residual income for you. Because you know what? You got residual bills. Bills that come in every month. Month after month after month after month. If you stop working and you've got linear income, right? You got a job. Do your bills stop coming in if your income stops? Think about it. I'm analytical. I like to make people think. Use your brain. I tell my kids that a few times a week. Use your brain. It is free. And a lot of times we neglect what is free. But the most valuable stuff was given to us for free. Our bodies, our minds, the brain you have in your head was given to you for free. We didn't have to pay anything for it. And we don't take advantage of it. We value our cars and our homes and our grass. You know, we value our jewelry and our watches and stuff more than we value our own bodies and brains. Our bodies and brains are what we need to take care of and invest in. Personal development. Invest in yourself. Don't just sit around and be a bump on a log, being an employee, being in the land of the common man. Don't just be a common man. You know, your friends sit around and they talk about rich people. Oh, rich people get tax breaks. They get all the tax breaks. Well, take Donald Trump, for instance. Donald Trump's got, you know, towers, New York. He's got properties all over the place. I was down in Miami, 1st of September. This man has towers. He don't have no little, you know, 2- and 3-story building. He ought to get a tax break. Do you know how many people he employs just in one doggone tower? That's like 30 stories up. Hundreds and hundreds of people. He should get a tax break. He's employing people. You know? Maybe his thought process and his relationship to money is what causes him to be a billionaire. Because he doesn't think about money the way you do. He doesn't have those, you know, poor morals and poor values when it comes to money. He has a billionaire mindset. That's why he's a billionaire. You know, you are where you are in life because of the way you think. People don't like that statement, some of them. Oh boy, what are you trying to say, Will? You are where you are in life because of the people you hang around. What are you trying to say, Will? What do you mean? Because of the people I hang around. What are you saying? What do you mean? I'm saying it is what it is. You are where you are in life because of the way you think. Because of the way you think. And you think a certain way because you believe a certain way. And you believe a certain way because that's the way you was programmed. And your beliefs affect your thoughts, and your thoughts affect your feelings, and your feelings affect your actions, and your actions affect your results. So anyway, go be an entrepreneur. It's Mr. Will. Follow me on Twitter if you're real serious about being an entrepreneur. @RealMrWill, RealMista. God bless.